Alright guys, welcome to the channel. It is Balance and Barrel. Most of you know me for watchmaking through Whatnot and online through social media. But I want to start the channel off showing kind of the work that we get in, showing some watches, the history of them. We do get some unique pieces, so I thought this was a good opportunity to show what we get and work that comes off the bench. We're also going to showcase tools, parts, and all kinds of other stuff. So this is going to be our first video. I'll show you guys what came in this week, what we're working on, and what's going out this week. So stick along. All right, a couple packages here with parts and another package over here with some orders that came in. So let's see what we got. All right, first up, this beautiful Hamilton automatic gold toned, I believe it is a gold filled case. This one is in need of a lot of work, but it is a beautiful piece. And we're going to show you. This client always sends in a ticket. So this one needs straightened lugs, 3 new hands, crystal is loose, COA, and a polish. So this is a big job. A lot going on here. The lugs, I'm trying to show, I believe, looks okay here. I think it's down at the bottom. It's bent in too far. So we're going to have to do a little magic there. Obviously, we have an issue with stem and crown here. Inside could be a whole nother story, and I can feel the crystal just sliding all around. So this is a full job. It's one of our bigger projects that's going to be going on this week. We're going to get started on this one first, just because sourcing parts is going to be difficult. It almost looks like, if you look in there, that it's missing its hour wheel. It looks like that's just the cannon pinion. So this might get into some deep territory here. But really cool piece nonetheless. Next up, beautiful gold tone Bulova. Automatic. Great condition looking from an exterior standpoint. Let's see what he needs on this one. Will not run. So it's going to be a full overhaul inspection. I can already see an issue with the hands. You can see that hour hand, how bent down it is. If that's not fixed, it's going to run across the dial, which it may have already started doing. Obviously, the loom is gone in the hands. Usually, this client doesn't want loom put on their hands, just left as is, but we'll ask them anyways. Nice buckle. Great piece. Let's see what else we got. Beautiful Waltham here, too. I just sold one of these on Whatnot recently for a great price. This has got like a rose gold looking case. It might be hard to see in the video, but it's rose gold on a gold stretch band. Little red pointer, which is really nice. Crystal could use a little polish. It's an acrylic crystal, so we'll probably polish that up for him. Let's see what he needs on it. Can't set the time, stripped. So COA. So we'll do an overhaul. I'm not going to try to set the hands because I don't want to strip anything or make it worse, but the watch is running, as you can see, so that's a good first sign. At least you know the balance is partially okay. And it looks like it might have been an original signed crown right there. We'll have to look at that up closer and see what we got. All right, next up, Gotham. And I see a big issue right off the bat. 2 big issues you might catch. One is the stem and crown situation going on here. Clearly that's been a changed out crown. You can see those are the generic crowns you can get in those kits off Amazon. And that's very clearly one of those. You can see how large it is to the case. It's not the right kind of crown, so I'll probably talk to him about replacing that. But also the case is completely crooked. Excuse me, the movement is completely crooked in this case. So that's going to require some work. Definitely needs a good cleaning. Then you can just see how off that gold looks in comparison. So we're going to see if he's willing to replace that. I definitely have a crown that's more fit for this style. And the ticket is will not run. But we have a few more issues here than just that. So a lot of people will just wind them up and give them a shot. And maybe you don't notice all the little details, but there's a lot more going on, and there's a lot you can tell just from looking at a watch, just from an outside inspection, that gives away a lot of what's going on the inside. So I really like this client. He always sends me, notes. I know they're not the most detailed at times, but comparatively to some others, and other work I get, it really is helpful to get those notes. If you work on watches, especially if you have a lot coming in. This is a really, really nice Omega. So it's Omega automatic. I know it's hard to read because we have lost part of the dial here. Obviously, we were missing a sub-second hand. We do have a signed crown, which is great. And if you knew this or not, I'm not sure, but the Omega crystals have an etched-in Omega symbol to know if they're original. So we'll put this on the microscope and see. I'll let you guys know. And looks like it's a gold-filled case. We'll find out more when we get into it. And what caliber it is. I'm assuming maybe a 500 series. We'll let you know on the screen here. But this one, let's see what the note says today. Seconds hand missing, will not run. So I'm gonna get a full overhaul, new seconds hand. And part of these videos that I'm gonna do, guys, is the after work. So it may not be for a couple weeks, but later in one of my other videos, I'll show these watches again, all fixed up and running and how they look. And you guys get an idea of kind of a before and after. It may take some time, but we will get there. All right, and lastly this week, this nice ball. Official standard. Really nice case. Stainless steel. The dial and the print looks a little off. It may be refinished here. I'm going to have to talk to the client. I think we've already discussed it, but I can just feel how it's winding. It feels like a slippage. And you might be able to see the crown just snapping right back. It's almost kind of unwinding itself there. You can see it. So we've got a bit of an issue going on there with the winding. I think it's an automatic on this watch. Let's see if I can open it for you and see what's going on the inside of this one. All right, so there's a manual wind. And let's see if I can just barely get that balance to spin for you. And it kind of wants to go. But it's a manual wind, Ball Company signed. And I'll get the model number up on the screen for you guys, but this one is not running. And as you can see, it's kind of slipping back. So it's going to need some work, but everything's here, and that's a good sign. So now that all the watches are here, we will log all these, get them into the system, email the clients and let them know what's going on, and then we'll start sending estimates out. We like to send estimates same day if possible on what's going on with the watch, give people an idea. Even though it may be a few weeks till they get the watch back, at least they know what's going on. So I hope you got to see an idea of what comes into a watchmaker's bench every day and what we work on. Next, I'm going to show you what's going out this week and what we got fixed up. So stay tuned. All right, we are back. Here is a few of the watches going back this week that we've been working on. The first one is this Space View, the 214 movement. We got this up and running and sold to a friend. So not only do we fix watches, but we also sell them sometimes. So we've been doing a ton of Accutron stuff. We've been really pushing to get more and more Accutron into the shop. And if you have any Accutron parts or projects, please message us. A link will be in the bio with more information. So that's a really cool 214 tuning fork watch. We have another really beautiful Accutron. This was a 218, and we got this one up and running. It came in as a non-runner, needed quite a few parts, but luckily we had them in stock. This is the Deep Sea Devil Diver version. Really nice on a JB Champion band. And the client chose to stick with the crystal that is in there. You can see it kind of looks dirty, but it is just scratched up. It has been through it. But that's the wear of the watch, and you know it's been loved over the years. So up and running, keeping time well. We have another 218. This is a Boeing Accutron that we worked on recently on a full service. This one's also running well. And some of these need to have the time adjusted, but all in all, they are keeping very, very well timed. This one we've had for about 3 weeks. We've been testing, going back and forth with. It has the Boeing symbol on the bottom there, and I am told that is a solid gold marker. So really cool to see that. No engraving on the back. That would be cool, but still very nice watch all in all. Now, this one we have been testing throughout the day. This is going to a good friend of mine. He sends me quite a bit of watches. This Bulova wrist alarm, waterproof. This one came in missing everything. It had no crystal, no hands on it, missing a crown and stem, and tons of parts on the inside. So we were able to source everything, and luckily went to the NAWCC show in Florida the past 2 weeks and found a spare movement with even more parts. So this one is doing well. The alarm tests well, and I think they're going to be very happy with this one all in all. And if I have a picture, I'll show you a before of it, because it is quite the transformation of where we came from. And lastly, an old military Hamilton. This one needed a full overhaul, and you can see some information on it. This one is dated August 1980. Hamilton Military. This was a split stem. It was missing part of the split stem, and it was not running. So we had to do quite a bit of work on that, but it is up and running now. It took quite a bit to find those parts for that stem. It's getting harder and harder, but it is working, running. The client is very happy with everything on it. So that's some of the work that's outgoing. There's a few more pieces that we're getting ready to wrap up today after testing. But yeah, that's a look inside the shop and behind the scenes of what we work on. I hope to do more videos like this, give you guys some more information on these watches and the history of them. And hopefully you learn something and see some unique watches that maybe you don't see every day. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys on the next one.